Alright guys, welcome again to the channel, and let's have a look at the Bitcoin today and what will happen to the Bitcoin for the next couple of hours and days maybe, right? And if you can remember the previous video that I've talked about the Bitcoin, and I told you that there are some kind of market consolidations or corrections or sideways market movements from this area, and exactly as I predicted, market pushing down by sellers, but I didn't expect that much market down move. However, market goes down, but looking at the downtrend over here, I don't see much strong sellers over here. Buyers also a little bit pressuring. I just only expect this market correction would be happen, but however, market pressuring down. And if you remember previous video that I've talked about the Bitcoin, if buyers try to break this line over here, that could be probably a fake out, and that I mentioned that in the previous video too. And as well, same thing happened in here. Try to break the line and comes back to this area, but that doesn't mean that sellers straight goes down. It's still buyers are pressuring, because the previous low, so we can see this is the previous low, we can see, and this is the second low. The sellers failed to reach at least the previous low that I mentioned in the yesterday video too. So still buyers are strong than sellers. Looks like this is just a temporary market down momentum or pullback. And as well, let's take a look at the NASDAQ over here. There's something special that I want to tell you. And you can see this is the previous resistance line that I have drawn. And you can see the exactly market reversed, and now market is going sideways as Bitcoin, right? So, and as well, there's one more thing I need to point out. Hidden divergence opens up over here in the RSI. You can see there's a divergence over here. And that one also confirms that this market temporary market down move to this area. However, still buyers are strong over here, so we could be able to expect some more market upward move. And as well, if we switch into the daily time frame, there's an important point that we can aware. If we draw a Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low over here, you can see this candle reversed exactly in 0.61 area. And as well in the daily time frame, and as well the same thing happened in this previous highs and lows. This is the market downtrend started area from this area, and this is the starting point of this uptrend pullback. And you can see exactly this major downtrend started from this 0.6 area. So is that same thing happen again and again over here? And as well, you can see the RSI also indicates that kind of a market over broad area, but we can expect more upward confirmations, because still the previous daily candle kind of a strong one, and sellers are a little bit pressuring, but I can expect some another green candle in this today area too. So maybe we able to see some market down move and up move within today and tomorrow. And RSI also indicates some kind of a market low high volumes in even here, and this high is lower than the previous high, and that also indicates that some kind of a sell weaknesses of buyers. And as well, so if we switch into the again 4 hour time frame, I mentioned that this market hidden divergence, the same thing happening in the Bitcoins too. You can see that this market hidden divergence also even here, right? So that one kind of a strong indications that sellers are pressuring like buyers. However, there's one more thing I need to point out. We can see this is the main up move. It started from a couple of months ago. It started from 18th of June, and you can see this is the main uptrend. Well, it's okay, but this up move continue with struggling of buyers and sellers, and after that finally reached this area over here. Now try 2 times to reach this area, to break this area, but failed. So there's a possibility too to reverse to downside again, but before that we could be able to see some consolidations if that happen. So if this downtrend happening before that, we could be able to see some market up move, like a pullback with weak buyers, like a market consolidation, just like that. Same as this market uptrend, we can see some kind of a mini market up pullback with weak market sideways uptrend, right? And after that we could be able to see some market down move. And if sellers manage to break this area over here, and then that will be a major indication that sellers downtrend may another main downtrend will be started. But before that happens, before this trend line break, we could be able to see some kind of market up move like this market trend, and after that then break the line over here. This is a strong support line also, and also we can see some market another up move, up consolidation. So these are the areas that we can get short move, but this is too early to say that, right? Still we are looking for a market up move. So in the current market situation, when we switch into the daily time frame, you can see some kind of a wedge pattern, rising wedge pattern over here. Then that also indicates some kind of a
down signal, but this is not confirmed yet. This is not finished yet, right? If that happened, we could be able to see more market sideways move and pullbacks, at least our previous drawn resistance area, right? And then market will continue to go down. There are more to come before a main trend happen, before a main downtrend is started. So this is the scenario that we can see in a large scale, in the larger time frames, right? And as well, let's have a look at the lower time frames too, to take some scalping trade and short-term market analysis. When we switch into the 15-minute time frame, you can see the downtrend started from yesterday, down move, just gone like sideways market move with struggling of buyers and sellers, and exactly market is stopped this high volume area, which also indicates kind of a strong area, and market is now going sideways move. Look at this uptrend over here. Uptrend also looks like creating some kind of market upward channel to over here. Yeah, just like that, right? So if that happens, once market reached around to this area over here, yeah, once market reached to this area, we could be able to see another market down move to this area in a short-term form, right? So currently, I'm expecting market upward move for the next couple of hours. And so let's have a look at the currency strength, that what will happen to the market. If you remember the previous video when we were talking about the Bitcoin was in the green side. Bitcoin was in the upside move. Now the Bitcoin is in a red side move. That means sellers are pressuring into the market. And as well, when we're looking at the strength chart over here, we can see when we're talking about the Bitcoin over here, the Bitcoin was above this area. Now this line area just broke, right? So that also indicates that sellers are pressuring over and over again in long-term move, in the long-term form, and as well in the short-term form. Let's see what's going to happen in the future market. Currently, we can say that this weak up move will happen for the next couple of hours, and once market reach to these areas in weekly, we could be able to take some decision for the next move, right? See you again, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. I'll update with another Bitcoin analysis.